Hey, what's going on? Aaron here. Hope you're doing well. If you're watching this video right now, you might be checking out Abdul and Chance's Modern Millionaires program right here, and you're wondering whether you can really leave your 9 to 5 job and generate a six-figure income. Let's talk all about this course to figure out whether this is a good use of your time. All right. Now, at any time, if you want to get to $5,000 to $10,000, 100% from home, you just need your computer and an internet connection. Go ahead and click the link below, and I'll send you my favorite strategy to get there straight to your email. Right now, I've reviewed hundreds of different ways to make money on the internet, all sorts of different business models, courses, make money online websites, and some of them are great and you can do pretty well, but a lot of them are just a little bit of a waste of time and can't make you that much money. So let's take a look at Modern Millionaires to see how this stacks up against a lot of the other opportunities out there. All right, now Abdul and Chance, first of all, are very, very successful internet entrepreneurs. They've made a lot of money in the lead generation space. So they teach you how to create a lead generation agency where you will generate local leads for local brick and mortar setups around your area. Okay, so basically you're going to be approaching people like bricklayers, chiropractors, dentists, doctors, hairdressers, businesses like that, small businesses that need leads, but they don't necessarily know how to generate any of these leads online. So they're going to teach you how to set up your own lead generation agency and then prospect to your local businesses and try and get them on board as a retainer client. That's kind of how it works. Okay, so they will pay you a retainer every single month. It could be $500, $1,000, $2,000 a month, and then you generate local leads and you send it to them essentially, so they get customers. That's essentially what Modern Millionaires is all about. All right, now this program, if you kind of scroll down here, Abdul and Chance have created a few different programs. This is their latest program in this particular space. Very, very comprehensive. Okay, so we're just going to scroll down here so you can have a look. These guys it's 3 different stages of this particular program depending on your budget. All right, so they've got the $2,500 level, which is do it yourself. That means they give you the training. It's 4 modules mainly, 150 lessons, 35 hours worth of training, right? You do it yourself, you kind of go through. They've got a Facebook group, they've got some live calls, things like that. And essentially what they're going to teach you is they're going to teach you how to set up a lead generation agency, and then they're going to teach you how to generate those leads, mainly through Facebook ads and through Google advertising. All right, and then they're going to teach you how to do the sales and prospecting. How do you go out there and sell your business to local businesses and try to get them on board so that they will get to know, like, and trust you and pay you for your services. All right, and then the rest is all about outsourcing. How do you grow your agency? How do you outsource? How do you work with other people? How do you bring on staff? Things like that. All right, so you can actually scale. Right, so pretty cool training, very detailed. They've got a lot of support. And depending on how you want to build the business and how much your budget is, they've got 3 levels. So the first one is the do-it-yourself, which is $2,500 one time. Okay, so not super cheap, right? It's not crazy expensive, but it's not cheap either. That's the first level. The second level is they do it with you. Okay, so this is what they're talking about right here, done with you, right? So you've got daily workshops. You have a personal coach that helps you to, set up your agency with you, right? You've got 2-3 hour calls per week with your coach. So a lot of additional support. This is $10,000. All right, not cheap. Okay, it's pretty expensive, to be honest. And then they've got the other option, what they call Diamond, and this is for people that have a lot more budget. This is when they build everything out for you. Okay, so they will have one-on-one support. They will set up your branding, your agency. They're going to give you leads and help you to get up and running as quickly as possible. So they get you 10,000 leads provided to you, right? So this is basically, you don't want to set anything up. They help you to do everything, and then you kind of take over from there, right? This is a $25,000 investment. So most people won't be able to do Diamond. Actually, a lot of people probably won't be able to do the done with you option, which is $10,000. And even at their basic level, which is where you just kind of go through the course, that's $2,500. All right. So pretty expensive program. It is a good program, but it's priced very, very high. So most people won't be able to do it. That's my honest opinion. All right. So pros and cons of this program. I do want to mention there's no refund. So all sales are final, which I think is not great, honestly. If it's a done for you package, I understand. If it's the done with you, a lot of programs out there will have a refund. At least 7-day or 30-day refund policy. These guys have no refund at all. So you're going to have to take the risk of whether you want to work directly with them, even though they are very good. Okay? So let's talk about the pros and cons of the training and this particular business model in particular. Okay, it's not so much about Modern Millionaires as a program. Let's talk about lead generation as a business model. Okay, now first of all, it's a good business model. If you have the budget for it, if you can get good at lead generation and prospecting, then it can potentially be very good for you. But the problem is that this particular business model has a lot of different pillars that you have to be good at. Okay, so the first pillar is you have to learn how to become really good at lead generation. If you can't learn that marketing pillar, this will not work for you. That means you have to get very good at Facebook ads and you have to get very good at Google ads. And I'm assuming that you don't have that experience yet. Now, even though Abdul and Chance are going to teach you how to do that, getting really good at Facebook ads and Google ads is still very challenging. Okay, Facebook ads is an extremely challenging platform. They make changes all the time. It's very expensive. All right, so you expect to spend a lot of money on Facebook ads. They say $500 a month. That no way. You need to spend at least $1,000 to $2,000, if not $3,000 a month on Facebook ads to create leverage, to get the cheap ads. Otherwise it's very hard to leverage, right? Facebook also loves shutting down ad accounts because they work with huge companies like Coca-Cola, so they don't really need the small money. It's just a bit of a nightmare to deal with. All right, so it's a very complex ad strategy and I don't really like it, to be honest. I've spent tons of money. I've hired agencies. It's tricky. Okay, if you can master it, it's great, but please understand that it's not an easy or cheap advertising platform, right? Google ads, a little bit easier, but you're still gonna have to spend money on Google ads. So that's the first pillar, the advertising pillar, the marketing pillar. The second pillar that you have to get really good at is you have to get very comfortable with prospecting to clients offline. That means you have to approach these businesses like the dentist, the chiropractors, the hair salon, and you have to close them into your business. So you have to do sales. If you're not comfortable with doing sales, this is the wrong business model for you, because you have to literally prospect and close them, do the contract negotiation, and then get them on board into your agency. That's what it's about, right? And then the third pillar is you have to deliver your service, right? Because your revenue is 100% based on the clients that you bring on board. If you don't serve them correctly or service them, they will cancel and you will lose that particular piece of revenue, right? So it's three pillars. It's marketing, is prospecting and sales, and it's servicing your clients. That's pretty difficult, right? There are a lot of business models online that don't require you to do so much. So this is actually an online, offline business model. It's not 100% online, okay? And that's why it's very, very challenging. Can you make money from this business model? Absolutely, you can. But you have to understand that it's not cheap, because first of all, this program is a very expensive program, right? Modern Millionaires itself, 3 levels. $2,500, $10,000, or $25,000. A lot of people don't have the budget to even start that. On top of that, you need a big budget for advertising. Facebook ads is not cheap. Google ads is not cheap. Okay, so expect to spend at least $2,000 to $5,000 a month just on advertising every single month. Okay, then you have to give yourself a buffer, because you're not going to be successful from day one. Right? Please understand that that's how businesses online work. At least minimum 3 to 6 months, if not 6 to 12 months, for you to be successful at this, right? So you need the buffer and the budget for it, okay? And then you have to be comfortable again with prospecting and all that kind of stuff. So if you're cool with that, I think it's a great program. It's not for everybody, but if you have the budget for it, this can be a very legitimate business model. It's just that it's not easy and it's not cheap. But can you make money from this? Absolutely, you can. Okay? It just depends on what kind of business do you want to build, what kind of entrepreneur do you want to be, and what kind of budget do you have. If you have all those things, then it's a very detailed, over-the-shoulder program, great community, great support. It's just that it's just not for everyone. So it just depends on what kind of business you want to build. All right, so if you want to check out Modern Millionaires, modernmillionaires.com. If you click on apply right now, you would head onto their presentation and then you would book a call basically with one of their coaches. Okay, so you can check it out if you would like. Abdul and Chance's program right here. Now, if you're watching this video right now, maybe you are looking for a way to make some additional income. Maybe you want to start a business online and you don't know how, you're in research mode. Listen, there are a lot of ways to build an online income and online business, and I would say that lead generation is one of the more difficult and more expensive ways, just because of the way that it's set up. Okay, it doesn't mean that you can't do well. You can. It's just one of the options. Okay, but out of all the different business models that I have tried, I've invested in, I've researched, I've spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on online businesses, and I've reviewed hundreds and hundreds of them, I still have one my favorite way, to be honest, to get to 5 to 10,000 US dollars per month, 100% from home. I still think that it's the simplest way. It's the simplest setup, and it's the most affordable way to get to that type of income. So if you want to check that strategy out, go ahead and click the link below, and I'll send that straight to your email. You can check it out if you would like. All right. I hope you enjoyed this review of Modern Millionaires, and I hope to see you on another product review. Take care.